Hello. Truth TV, we've got another episode here for you guys. Today, we'll be talking about graphic designing and the business of graphic designing. The man I have here today, I've had the great fortune of actually knowing him from a young age. I can say, Jorge, the brother, started from nothing to something and actually witnessed the transition from him being a young man to being a full-grown man and an achieving man. Ne? This guy, I've heard of tall, dark, and handsome. Ne? I know he ticks 2 of those boxes. I'd say about the 3rd one.
But man, I'm tall somewhere else. I'm tall elsewhere, bruh. Either my pocket or between my pants. But I'm tall. But I'm tall.
Okay. I know, I get you. So this man is one of the guys that actually inspired me at times. Now when you'd find maybe things weren't going right in my journey as an entrepreneur. Ne? The brother is one of those guys who helped induce or give that appetite for wanting better things in life. I remember go onto his Facebook pages and him go social media and I check out some of his videos and I'd see him traveling the world as an entrepreneur. Ne? And whenever I see these things, he creates an appetite for wanting better things and wanting to actually get better in whatever craft that you're in. And it's even better if you've seen the person doing it and you've seen the person prior to doing it actually doing it and still doing it. So my guest today, I think I've seen him running bare-chested in the streets of La France. I'd say if I'm right or wrong.
Definitely Nice. Yes.
We've got Mpho Monareng. Monareng.
It's actually Mpho, Karabo, Erasmus Monareng. I'll explain the Erasmus Monareng.
Hey.
Yes. That is I.
Erasmus, je suis la pompo.
Out right here. Wallet na wallet.
But French. I can say, I actually saw that go in a cartoon at some point. I think, what was the cartoon? And the cartoon is actually saying, I like eating sweets. That's the only thing I can say as France. Or as French.
Sure.
Je suis la pompo.
Yeah.
All right. Mpho Monareng.
Yo, man.
Please tell us about yourself. Please tell us about Mpho Monareng, the boy, to Mpho Monareng, the teenager, to Mpho Monareng, the man.
The current.
Hey.
So Mpho Monareng, the boy. Mpho Monareng, a son of Tisetso Monareng.
Okay.
And a son to Martin Molefe. So I'm Mpho Monareng Karabo Molefe. In Katlehongi Karabo Molefe. In Voslook Mpho Monareng. Grew up in Vosloorus. From a loving family, a business-minded family. From my grand side, my mother's side, my grandmother being the one that was into business, and I would say humble souls. So it pretty much sums up everything about me. So that's Mpho the boy, Mpho the teenager. I remember the first school I went to was Koditomo.
Okay.
Yeah. Ditomo, ko pela bus stop, ko Basotho. I studied there. I got there grade 0 up until, what is it now? What is it called? Standard 2. Now it's grade 4 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what grade this is. I don't know what grade. Kitomo, and my mother thought, you know what, let's take this guy out the hood.
Okay.
Arimise Mahueng, Banabadi 85. That's where it started. Parents said,
Greener pastures.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And my mother, she was working at Macro.
Okay.
And earning close to nothing. but managed to take me to the best schools, according to her.
Okay.
I'm not saying they were the best schools, but back then, they were the best schools because it had a white tutor or educator and a few white heads here and there.
Okay.
But according to the standards, and of course that's where it started. The whole English, the whole being outside for tourists. That
Okay.
Grew up, went to that. So the schooling was Ditomo, then it was St. Michael's, and then it was St. Catherine's for like a couple of days, and then
I went to St. Catherine's.
Yeah, well, I was there for like a month.
Okay.
For a month, and my mom was like, "Hey, this place is too far. No,
Okay.
we can't do it."
Okay.
And then I went to Germiston and Primrose Primary because I was close to her work.
Okay.
So I had transport in Shia, I could always go to my mother.
Super.
Finished at Primrose Primary and then went to Germiston High. That's
I
the
went
high.
there.
Oh my God. Germiston High.
I promise you.
Were you at Germiston
I
High?
was at Jameson High for 2 years and then I dropped out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were probably my senior anyway. Germiston High. Unbelievable, bruh. So Germiston High,
Hey.
matriculated Germiston High, and then the big explosion, the big Mfana Mama, we don't have money to take you to school. God damn it. Shit. Now shit is real.
Okay.
Because what am I going to do? But I've always been artistic.
Yeah.
I've always been a creative. So at home, I drew a lot.
Yeah.
I sketched. I painted.
Okay.
So I had a portfolio chilling at home.
Yeah.
Then I met a few guys here and there, but Romeo, you know Romeo, we grew up with him.
Yeah.
And Romeo was at Vega.
Yeah.
Introduced Vega to me at an early age. I went to Vega. Vega, they were like, listen, we're looking for creatives, and right now we're opening up for students like you with a bursary. I was like, great. That's when they started actually opening up to the market.
Yeah.
So bring a portfolio and let's see. Great stuff, brought my portfolio. They were like, awesome, we'll give you a bursary.
Yeah.
But you'll start go that, I don't know what I should, it's not even a gap year as per se, but it's I can't even call it a supplementary, but it's a year course
Okay.
that gives you entry to Vega, depending on how you do on that.
Okay.
I don't know what to call it. Initiative, Imagination Lab,
Yeah.
where they took all the kids from poor backgrounds.
Yeah.
I was not poor per se,
Yeah.
but unfortunate backgrounds
Okay.
to be able to afford Vega fees. And from there, then they'll pick a few, yes, you guys can come study.
Okay.
And then I went to Vega. Vega accepted me, and my grades were good.
Yeah.
My creativity was going really good.
Yeah.
I was in terms of creativity, I was killing it pretty much. So my grades were really good. Then I studied at Vega, first year, second year, got a job. Got a job, and now school, I was not so much into school anymore because now I'm being paid.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm skipping school. I'm not going to school.
Hey.
My job is paying me very well.
Hey.
And I dropped out.
Yeah.
And I dropped out, continued as a graphic designer. I started
Yeah.
as an intern.
Yeah.
So I did my internship at a company called DWF in Rosebank.
Okay.
The only black guy, the only dude there that's young, that's creative.
Yeah.
Got into DWF and I was working and I was doing well there. I was excelling as well. And in Vega, did not have a design teacher. So they approached me. Vega, they were like, listen, you were the best at your year.
Yeah.
Come through and teach now the kids after me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got there, I was a lecturer teaching digital and design.
Okay.
I was teaching digital and design at Vega for about 2 years.
This is for the man.
This is now Mpho no, not Mpho the man.
Okay.
It's still Mpho the teenager.
The young man.
Now you're the young man
Okay.
going towards the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Mpho the teenager breaking through.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I was teaching there. I think I must have been 20 when I was teaching at. So you can't really say I was a man.
Hey.
Exactly.
Hey,
So I'm
hey,
teaching at Vega digital and design. I'm teaching Soweto. I'm teaching Santon. I'm teaching Alex
Yeah.
Imagination Lab.
Yeah.
And then right after that, a company poached me, Network BBDO.
Okay.
Network BBDO, sister company, Proximity TTP. I was a junior graphic designer. I'm back into the agency world now.
Yeah.
Never mind teaching. I'm back there because that's what I do. That's my passion. You know what I mean? That's what I'm crazy about that.
Okay.
I did I worked there for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And they were retrenching. At that time, we were going through a financial slump. And they were retrenching, and the whole last in, first out rule.
Yeah.
So I was the last one to come in at the company.
Yeah.
And then I worked at DSTV. By that time, I'm like 22, 23. Worked at DSTV, doing some graphics there, the graphics that you guys were seeing.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them were mine.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that time, I don't even have TV. But yeah, I'm doing graphics for you guys.
Yeah.
Then I jumped ship and went to a company called Blue Moon. Blue Moon, that's the last company I was in.
Yeah.
That's the last company I worked for.
Yeah.
So from there, from being a junior to mid to senior, that's the company that actually groomed me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whilst I was there, because at Vega I was studying marketing, only did the graphics after school. So I was a marketer.
Yeah.
Just that I was creative in the sense that I could apply my sketching skills and my painting.
Yeah.
And that's why I just followed through with graphic designing.
Yeah.
But I'm a marketer.
Yeah.
So at Blue Moon, I was there for a long time. I did my graphic designing, graduated to mid to senior, but now it was starting to get a bit monotonous. It was starting to get a bit boring.
Yeah.
Because I'm the guy that wants to meet the client.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told by a trafficking lady.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told by an accounts lady that client has said. Now I want to go see client because I've always been, I wouldn't call it flamboyant per se, but I was dressing up.
Okay.
And my dressing up can't just be behind a computer. People need to see that I dress up. You know what I mean? So for me, to be on the other end where people can actually compliment how I look is when I go meet clients. So I asked the guys, listen, I don't think I want to design anymore. I want to be in the marketing team.
Yeah.
I want to sit down in the boardrooms and meet clients, get the brief, come back. Whether I execute it or give it to another designer, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
The guys were like, okay, cool. Hey, man, you can grow. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So I started meeting clients, started dressing up because I've always been into fashion.
Yeah.
Did that for about a year. I promise you, being at the back end and the front end, two different lanes, because when you're at the back being a graphic designer, you don't know the conversations that are being held in the front end. You don't know. You've just been given a brief, something like this. You know what I mean? But now I understand from a client perspective because now I sit in front. Now they tell me that my idea is this and that and that. And when I go on the other end, I know exactly what is it that's been requested. You know? So, and that's a lot of that's the downfall of graphic designers is that they never learn the other end. They are mainstream. They know that part. It's like being a musician. You only do your craft. You only craft your skill, but you don't know the business side of it. So I got to learn the business side of marketing. You know, so I was dressing up, meeting clients, executing briefs. I'm doing very well. And then the entrepreneurship bug bit me. Now we're going from Mpho, the young adult, to Mpho, the man. We're going there. The entrepreneur bug bit me. I started saving money whilst I was at the company. So I think at that time I was earning about, because I was a senior designer / marketer. So I think I was earning about 12, 15, 12, 15, not so sure. This is back then. And in that 12, 15, I started saving money. And I was saving about not even half of my salary. I was living off 2,000 to 5,000. So I was saving about 10 to 12 a month. So you can calculate 10,000 times 12. Because that's, so I was living literally close to nothing with my salary, and a big chunk of it was just going to savings.
Hey.
By the time I resigned at Blue Moon, I think in my account I had about 200, 300,000. I can't remember. From all the savings and all the freelance work I've been doing.
Yeah.
And then at that time, that's when, prior to that, before I resigned, I had met with this guy that became my business partner, and we were chatting and we were both saving. So I saved up about that much plus my UIF money, because I've been at Blue Moon for about 3 years. So it's my salary, my savings, UIF, my bonus. You know, now I'm sitting with this money, and then I resign. They were not so happy about that, but when I told them I'm not going to be working for anyone, that I'll be doing me, they were supportive. Everyone was happy. Me and my partner came, joined forces. He had money, I had money. Not that much money, but about together we're about just under 500. Just under 500. Could be 400, I can't remember, you know. And that's when the opportunity of a franchise came in. The opportunity of Sandwich Baron. So prior to that, we've been partying go Melville, go the main street, you know, and a couple of bars that we can buy this bar. Oh, you know what I mean? Because we're youngins, you know, so we can bring people. I'm from the marketing. I do my flyers. We bring people, you know, and boom, Sandwich Baron came through. No, this is more of a viable option than buying a bar, because we're young. We're probably going to drink all that money, if not the stock. And now all the women are going to come there. It's just going to be a mess. You know, it's going to be one big mess. Then we decided to buy the franchise. And again, 2 black boys, 24 years old. Yes, 24 years old. 2 black boys. The lady there, the franchisor, the person that owns the whole brand, was like, do you know what? It's actually now, it would be great to have you guys as a PR and my BE score and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So we'll support you as 2 youngins coming into business. We bought the store, signed it away. I resigned. I remember my mother being scared to open up a business. What do you know about business? At that time, I didn't know anything. On my birthday, I was turning 24 years old. On my birthday, 31st of May, we were opening up the shop in Westgate Mall. So you can imagine, as a 24-year-old, you have this beast, this monster.
Jeez, at 24.
At 24, you have this monster of a business. That's my first business. I was not a person to be selling candy at school, but now with my first business, I have this machine that I need to work, you know? So good and well, we opened the shop. So the shop comes with 2 bikes, 4 employees, kitchen staff, and me as a franchisee, the manager, as well as the person that's behind the till. 24 years old. Good, we did that. Let's do this. Come, do it. All good and well. I applied my marketing skills, because now the shop was not doing so great. But with my marketing skills, we got it to a point where it was breaking even. Because I remember every morning I'd design flyers, email it to people. So come lunchtime, I'll be top of mind. You know, TOM, I'll be top of mind. That they'll come to buy lunch from me. And that worked. Every morning I had a whole database of people, companies around me and people, and I'd email them, or listen, you're the first, you'll get a special, blah, blah, blah. And I promise you by lunchtime we are working. So my marketing skills they came. And my partner was more admin, more on the money side. I'm more creative, you know. So combined, we did very well. We got the shop to a point where it was breaking even, and to the point where it was making now profit. Awesome. But now, in the midst of us running this shop, I've also got my laptop. I remember there's a picture. I'll send you my picture. There's a till, computer till and everything. On the side, I have my laptop. I'm designing. So get the freelance work. I'm literally body flyer. Ayo, Ndwana, I'm shally flyer in. I'm charging 600 rand. I'm charging 1.2. My old company,
multitasking.
I'm multitasking. My old company, Blue Moon, calls me. We have a job. We need freelancers. Are you available? Yeah, sure. I'm designing, so I'm invoicing 3,000, 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
At that time, I moved out of home long time ago. So I stay in 4 ways. Yeah, I stay in 4 ways. So my rent, my rent money, it fluctuates. You know what I mean? Because now the business, we're still growing it. But within us, or rather within me doing all my freelance work, my business partner decides, listen, I'm seeing money in this. There's actually money. You are working so much. You are in demand. Everyone is just, they're looking for your skill. Everyone comes to you for design work. How about we formalize this? I thought, but man, from a business to another business, are you serious? Now we're going to be running 2 businesses. But pretty much it's you doing what you're doing. We're just invoicing it properly. And we are just structurizing whatever you're doing. Okay, cool. Let's register a company. Again, 24. Register a company. Toast Media. Blah, blah, blah. Paperwork. Toast Media. Toast. You know? Now we're pushing. Freelance work literally flying in. You know? Now it gets to a point where Toast Media is doing more money, or rather generating more income than the franchise. Okay. And I can't be here as well as here. So we decide to sell the franchise because this is bringing us money. It's making us real money. And when I say real money, with Sandwich Baron in a month, yes, I could clock up 60, 80K. But do not forget, I have stock to buy. I have my staff, the 4 ladies in the kitchen. I have myself and I have my partner. I have the mall rent, which took a chunk of a profit. You know, so we left with like 10, and this is throughout the whole month. And with my freelance work, a good gig could literally pay me 20,000, and this is just 2-3 hours of work. So if you do the math, it doesn't add up. If I can get 30,000 in an hour, and here get it in 30 days, then something is not connected. So we decide to sell this again to the franchisor. We get our money back. Because now it's profiting. We've got it to a point where now it's making money on its own. Took our money, concentrated on Toast Media, and from there we flew. From there we went. We literally. It was 24. I'm 34. 10 years. 10 years. Every year we were just getting better, greater, invincible, breaking areas, breaking boundaries. We just taking leaps after leap after leap. We're meeting people, you know. We sit in boardrooms. We're meeting execs. Now we are applying for work at your Premier Foods, Tiger Brands, Adcock Ingram. Now we are breaking doors, not just small doors, big doors. We are seriously knocking now. So from 10,000 to 50,000 to 100,000 to 500,000, we're going, we're moving, you know. We get our first offices in Rosebank. At that time, now we have enough to employ one or two people. And that's when we employed Botumi. You know Tumi. We employed a few people. Now we tap into markets. But now within that we had to find our own. How can I put it? So in the marketing world, in the marketing space industry, you either below the line or above the line, or you're through the line. Through the line is above and below
Okay.
combined.
Actually, we're getting into the technicals, really.
Yeah.
Let's pause a bit. I think now we've gone on the journey of knowing Mpho,
Yeah.
Monareng,
Yeah.
the man. Ne? Let's try get into the business side of things. We found out who the man is.
Yeah.
Let's try get into the business side of things.
Okay.